Hello, this is Starlight out here in a beautiful area out here. And so Starlight is going to make a really short video. Is about finish what you start, and that is what this is Starlight started on this trail like hours ago, and really my goal was to get to the river, and so I could see it from here, and that's what I'm making it. You know, this is a 6.5 mile walk around this whole loop out here. Of course, Starlight didn't quite get to that the rest of the end, but this video is to inspire all of you. Is to, you know, a lot of times we work on things and we don't finish them. So, or you know, we want to do something but we don't even take it off the ground or whatever. So anyway, I love you all. I hope you're getting out in nature, and also thank you for those of you who are here loving and supporting Starlight. And before I start this video, if anybody would love to send any love donations, you can through my Cash App, and I will have that information here. Ping. And also before I make this video, start this video, hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give my videos a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget the notification bell, and you can leave me a message down below, beep, 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 and you can share my videos with your family or friends. Plus, don't forget my playlist, and you can also find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So okay, this is about finishing what you started. So Starlight, even when I do yoga, there's a lady, and I love her because she's like, we're gonna finish what we started, and I'm like, yes. She motivates my ass to finish the video. So here we go. Is been walking and so here we are. And I noticed a lot of people, they don't even bring water out here. So it's really wise to make sure, you know, like if you're going to do something like Starlight is doing a long walk, because even though you're in the morning, you know, you're going to need some water to get through. And so Starlight is so close to her destination here. And this is the longest walk I have done, and I used to take walks like this in New York when I had my own business. So this here takes Starlight to the river, and this is exactly what I wanted. And most of the people here that I've been crossing on this path here, they just have been walking, you know, either by themselves or with people, or even with their pets, like a dog, ruff ruff. You know, so Starlight's out here. I got my backpack, I got my folding chair, and I have my yoga mat, because I do this a lot as I go, and bring those with me so I can find like a rest area so I can meditate and, you know, have some time to spend with God, or clear, you know, work on my meditations, my chakras. But this video is to inspire you. If you're doing something in your life right now, like this trail is, there's a lot of roots all over on this trail, and like right here, you know, if you got to really be focused on what it is that you're working on, and there's going to be, you know, a lot of things out there to trip you up, and so you got to be wise when you're starting a project, and you know, be really so laser focused on what it is that you need to work on. So, hello, hi. So this video here is to inspire you to finish what you started, and it's so important to when you start something is to be consistent and be diligent to complete those tasks that you have, you know, because you might be writing a book, you know, and how many books have I written that, you know, I had to start it all over because it wasn't the way God wanted me to do it. And so, like, you could be, maybe you want to inspire people like Starlight is. Well, guess what? You're going to have a lot of challenges, a lot of things like right here, you know. things to trip you up. And you get, what? There's times that we're gonna, be frustrated. There's gonna be, you definitely gonna be tested. How bad do you want it? As far as, working on goals and, your dreams, is that we need to be consistent on whatever it is that we're working on. Hello. So it's so important to finish what you started in life. Hello. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, and that's what I've been pushing myself all morning here on this trail. And I did do a lot of recordings on this trail to show you that there's going to be distractions, When you're working on something in life, there's going to be distractions, and you got to be so focused. Sorry about that. You got to be so focused on your goals and your dreams, There's going to be people that are, going to pull you aside and try to get you to go to the left or go to the right. But you got to be so laser focused. And there's lots of things that I am working on in the background, and really only one person knows. And I just want to show you this beautiful view here, but you see a lot of this out here. But so this video is to inspire you that Starlight isn't giving up. There's been a lot of things on this journey, is even having a YouTube video, making YouTube content. YouTube videos for my YouTube channel. So, it hasn't been easy, but you know what? When God sees, or the universe sees, that you have been pushing yourself, to go further and to keep going, and you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. There's going to be things like right here to trip you up, and it's okay. There's times that, we kind of need those times, so then we realize, how did I get over here, because you can get tripped up in life by having, being distracted and stuff like that, where, and that's, that has been me lately, is being, the frustration of being distracted. Sometimes I distract myself. Sometimes, most of the time I'm being distracted by people, and so that's why you got to be mindful of the kind of people. Are they, helping you in life to be the change that you want to see in the world, or become your greatest version? Because, are they helping you on the project that you're working on? No. Are they inspiring you, on the things that you're working on? No. Well, are they, what are they doing? Are they a distraction? Because like this trail here, there's lots of routes. They actually let you know, that this trail is like this, so that way people, that might have leg issues or health issues, that they know that, hey, this trail might not be, a good trail for me to take, but Starlight took this trail. I wanted to be on Mother Earth, instead of being on a boardwalk, walking on this trail. So the river, I can hear it. It's actually right on the other side of this area. So I'm not sure if it's going to bring me right down to the river. Hello, this is Starlight again. I actually paused my video because I was like, this trail is not taking me to the river, even though the river is right behind me. So this is another part of this video here. There is a lot of times on this journey of life when you're working on yourself, or you got desires or dreams, or you got a plan for your future. It reminds me of I don't know where this came from, but on the TV, either a cartoon, they had this saying, and people do this a lot when they go on hiking trails to climb up a mountain, a big, large mountain, is, are we there yet? So there's going to be times like what happened to Starlight right here. I'm thinking, man, I'm almost there. I could see the river right there, and I've never been on this hiking trail, so it's hard to say if this this hiking trail actually gets right to the river. But the reason I'm putting this part in here is just like climbing a mountain. There's going to be times that you think you're so close to, you know, completing a task, completing a book, you know, doing even music, making music, whatever you're working on, even relationships. There's going to be so many times that you're going to think, oh, I'm so close to, you know, I haven't given up. I've been, you know, tested, gone through the fire, you know, been frustrated, been so many different things. When you're working on a goal and you haven't given up, it's so important to just keep going and not to get distracted on the things that you're working on, and just to like this trail is to keep on going. And like right now, the reason why I jumped in on this video is because right where I stand on this video, you know what? No matter what, I still have to walk. Like I just went past like a 3.75 mile mark. So the trail is 6.5 miles to do the whole loop. Guess what? I gotta keep going in order to get out. You know, in order for me to get out of this trail, I gotta do exactly all, you know, all those miles that it took me to get in here, even though I haven't gotten to the destination yet. As far as the river goes, the river is here, but I don't know if this trail is going to get me right close to the river or not, because I've never been here. And that's how this journey goes in life. When you're working on things, you're going to feel like you're really good, you're really close to the things that you want to manifest, like a relationship. You know, you know, you could feel it. You know, you could you know, it's so close. But the universe will actually have you go through these things to test you. And like relationships is that, wow, you're going to go through some shit, you know. You're going to be tested, especially if you're not taking any shortcuts. If you're, you know, you're obeying the universe and doing things in the universe's timing, not in your timing. Or when you're doing things in God's timing and not in your timing. When you're not taking the shortcuts. And there is no shortcut out here, you know, this is the real deal. And so you have to really know what it is that you want in this reality, and just keep on pressing through. You're welcome. Enjoy your day. Thank you. So, and you're going to have distractions. Like on this trail here, I've asked women or men different questions about this trail. That way, you know, I know what to expect when I get through here, you know. So, but even when I started on this trail, there was a man that's like, hey, you know, and it's kind of funny, I went through this not too long ago, is I tried to go on a hiking trail not too long ago, and like right here, see, I got to really watch out, because we could get tripped up by things of the world, you know. Like last night where I parked my car, people were partying, having fun time, you know, and I'm in my car and I'm like, I can hear the loud music where I was parked, because everybody parked in the parking lot. A lot of people parked in the same parking lot where I was. And I'm like, oh my, you know, that was me. You know, I used to go to dance places and I didn't drink alcohol because, you know, I went there to dance. I wasn't going there to pick up men, but I just wanted to go, you know, and go on the dance floor somewhere with flashing pretty colors, you know, and the music that I liked. But I'll tell you what, I didn't realize I was wasting all my life, you know. So like on this journey, there's gonna be temptations out there. There's gonna be, you know, where are you spending your time and your energy? And that's why it's so important not to get tripped up like these roots out here, because there's going to be things coming your way. There's going to be people, you know, and you're going to be tested. God puts these people in your path to test you out. You say you want this, you say you want that relationship. Well, what if that relationship has certain rules that they go by? You know, these are the rules that I desire, you know, as far as the relationship goes. And so, you know, you're going to be tested on these relationships. Hello.
I didn't really let it
So you gotta really just realize that you're going to be tempted. There's going to be times that, if you get tempted by the wrong things out there, that's going to pull you off the path that you're on. You're gonna miss out on that loved one out there. Because if they got certain rules that they want to go by, as far as, hey, you got to be like this in order to have a relationship with me, is that, like even myself, like if I just, I smell marijuana everywhere I go. I smelled it on this trail. And so you got to be really careful, because like in life, no matter what you're working on, there's going to be things to pull you, to see how serious are you. You say you want this, you say you want that, but are you willing to let go of the temptations out there and not let the distractions of the world to pull you, in another direction? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? That's what this journey in life is going to be like, is are you there yet? You're so close and you could feel it, but God's got, and the universe has got so many things to test you on, to see how serious are you. And that's about other things that I was thinking about on this trail here, is like anybody that went on this trail, even the name of this trail, I'm not going to say the name of this trail, but it's a scary animal, and so people have to face their fears on this journey of life, and there's going to be a lot of things, even to things that you might be working on, the fear of speaking your mind, the fear of opening up, the fear of being criticized, the fear of people's opinions, the fears of people liking what you do, so these are things that you're going to face, when you want to step out, and become someone, or, be out there to be of service, to other people, by giving a message, just like me, being a YouTube creator is, I put videos out there, and, I gotta, no matter what people think, I love what I do, and it doesn't matter what people think, because what matters is loving what you do. And there's somebody out there that's going to get help, like if you're writing a book or making videos, depending on if you're inspiring people or not, so a lot of people are doing a lot of things out in the world, but is it really helping the people, or is it distracting people? So yeah, so like on this hiking trail here, is that there's a sign that says be careful for alligators, bears, they got also hello they also have wild, I believe, boars, BOAR, out here, alligators, bears, down the road they had a I gotta take a picture of that later, a picture of Bigfoot, is Bigfoot, is Bigfoot out here? Oh my, I mean, like, should I really go on this trail, and so we're going to be tested in so many ways, and that's why you got to be mindful is, if you're working on something, don't tell anybody about it, because many people are going to just not even inspire you to do what you want to do anyway. And it could discourage you from even, getting off the ground to even get it started. So you're going to be tested in so many ways on inventing something, creating something, starting a business. Hello. So you gotta, you're gonna be challenged, just like on this hiking trail, is that there's gonna be things that people are gonna try to get you afraid of, like, hey, Starlight, don't go out to, out there because there's alligators out there, or you don't want to do that, because, sleeping in your car at night, something could what? All kinds of stuff can happen to me all day long. How many times that God, or the archangels, Michael, Archangel Raphael, has protected my ass, on this journey for the time that I've been, how many car accidents I could have gotten into, I could have just, listened to everybody else and not even leave New York. well, I wouldn't have been able to experience everything that I've experienced. I've always wanted to travel. You know, I never thought I could. I always thought I had to have a man to be driving the car, you know. So you got to be, you really got to know what you like. And so there's going to be many times you're going to be like, am I there yet? Am I done? No, because you know what? There's times that the universe is going to have to try you and, you know, put you to the test. Like I was saying through my videos, is that you're going to have to face your fears. Like on this trail here, they had a lot of different animals, and anybody that made it out of here, they had to face their fears of the possibility of running into a bear or a boar or endanger, you know, snakes, you know. So you gotta really, on this journey in life, is you gotta be willing to face your fears. The other thing about working on yourself, like a journey, you know, with the universe or working on things, is just like this trail, is that, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen on your journey, depending on what you're doing, what you want to focus on and work on. Is that, yeah, there's going to be obstacles, and there's going to be distractions. There's times that you're going to fall down, you know, and then, you know, you got that struggle of getting back up. There's lessons to learn. You're going to be tested, and there's no shortcuts, and you got to face your fears. But you know what? When you go through it, like this trail that I'm on, you know, I am taking a lot of pictures and videos, so because I see a lot of wonderful things, you know, so it's all not all bad. It's, you know, and it's not really bad anyway, but a lot of times we perceive to, you know, when I got a hard time coming, that it's a bad thing. No, because those times that you struggle, those times that you get distracted or you distract your own self, they're lessons, and it's going to really help you to be stronger, to face any challenge on the rest of your journey, depending on what you're doing. So like on this trail here, is I got to see beautiful plants. You know, I can't stop taking pictures, you know, because I'm here. I might as well enjoy, you know, it's not about the destination, but I'm here enjoying the journey. It's not just, and I thought that the longest time is just get to the destination. No, see, I'm been able to enjoy nature. I've been able to enjoy beautiful plants on the way as I've been creating this video. So, and it's a lot of times we need to slow down and then really just embrace the things that you experience on your life journey, because it's not all negative. It's not really negative anyway. It's how you perceive things in your life, you know, when, you know, there's an obstacle in your path, you know, or, you know, you get distracted. Well, those are things that are going to help you to get stronger and be able to face any challenge that you're going to face along the way. So, you know, even your childhood and relationships, you know, it only is getting you ready and prepared for later on, like in my life. Are we there yet? Yes, we're there yet. Finally. I mean, I've seen parts of the river water, but this is actually taking me right out to the water. Yes, finish what you start. And so that is what this video is about. And I got a lot of different messages because of this hiking trail. But Starlight did make it out here. I was like, you know, because people tell me, I'm like, yeah, wait until you get to the water spot. I'm like, you know, so you never know. Just kind of like reviews out in the world, you know, you just never know the reviews unless you get out there and explore it, you know, like go to those places. But Starlight finally made it to the water. So we made it to the river. So this is what Starlight, we did it, you know. This is my goal today, was to make it out here. And so yeah, so this message here is to inspire you, is to start, finish what you start. And it's so important, like this hiking trail, there's only, you know, I'm not going to go backwards because I just went there. Just like in life is to, you know, don't let people pull you back where you came from, the past, is you got to keep going forward, you know, and keep on working on your goals and working on your dreams and, you know, working on yourself, you know. This is what it's about, is not giving up. Only give up on things and people that are not serving you and loving and supporting you. Those are the things that you want to give up on, is things, you know, like drugs and alcohol and, you know, following the crowd. Those things are not going to serve you. But living for God and working on yourself is the way to go. But of course, not everybody agrees to that, and that's okay. But yeah, so I hope you get a lot of help from this message. So Starlight did. This was my goal today. It might have took me most of the day to get here, but guess what? I did it, you know? It was hours to do this. Of all the little short videos and pulling aside, you know, and taking little videos of animals and butterflies and plants and all that stuff. So anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace. Thank you for watching. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.